Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica. If you are new here, welcome. I am so happy to have you. I'd love if you'd hit that subscribe button before leaving and give it a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get started. So today's video is going to be all about if you have fair skin. I'm going to be making a beautiful like spring, summer, peachy look that will not make you look washed out, but that will complement the skin tone. So I already have my vitamin C on, and I have my sunscreen, which I will link down below if you're curious what I'm wearing. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with my foundation, which is the L'Oreal True Match, and this is shade N1 Soft Ivory. I just pour it right out onto my hand. This gives a beautiful, kind of like satin-like natural finish. I love this foundation. It's about medium coverage. I'm just gonna go in with my damp sponge. And then I start just directly where the most redness is, which is usually around the center of your cheeks and underneath your eyes, to kind of even it out, because as you deposit it, it will get less coverage obviously as you go around. But you can see how nicely it covers up blemishes. I have some from eating chocolate as usual. And it covers it up really nicely. Just go ahead and put this all over my face. For the longest time I was using the Real Technique sponge, but I really like how this L'Oreal one, you can just grip it better. I don't really see a huge difference between how it applies between the two. I just prefer that it's a lot easier to manage and hold. All right, and even though this is a really good shade match for my skin, it's always good to take it on down just to blend it in and make everything look flawless and just even skin tone. All right, just like that. It's so, so pretty, and it's very inexpensive. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it. I set all foundations. I know some people are not fans of setting foundations, and you don't have to, but I love setting it with the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in the 05 Fair. So I'm just gonna tap some into the lid, and I'm going to use my e.l.f. Total Face Brush. I'm just gonna press it in here, and then just press it right onto my face so I don't wipe away any of the foundation. Now this color is a little bit light right now since I'm starting to get a tan here from doing yard work in Florida, but I purposely picked this color because with this kind of peachy look, I'm going to be using a bronzer, and I want it to look natural and just kind of add like that sun-kissed glow without like a darker color foundation. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with one of my favorite blushes, which is Bare Minerals. It's in the shade Vintage Peach. I hope they never get rid of this. The only downside is that it's a loose powder, so it can be a little messy. But it's such a beautiful, it's like the NARS Orgasm, but I love it. I don't feel like it gives, I don't know, I feel like it gives a more natural finish than the NARS, and it has that hint of like shimmer, but it doesn't look shimmery on your cheeks. It's just when the sun hits it, it just makes it kind of glisten. It's so pretty. And especially if you're doing like any type of pink or peach, this color goes really well. Just really beautiful natural flush color. The only downside to the NARS, if I got a hair, sorry, is that I feel like it goes on really dark on my skin tone, but maybe it's just because when I used it, I would use too much, whereas this one I feel is a lot more natural looking. Okay, and I just put that on with my e.l.f. bronzing brush. One of the things I wanted to talk about is these brushes. I know I talked about them in one of my favorites videos. I got them off of Amazon. They're the Duo Fiber, yes, collection. And I'm going to be using this big one. I love the white handles. But one of the things that I love about this brush is that I found that, if you can tell the difference, the fibers kind of stick out, so they grab a little less product than like your e.l.f. brushes. And I love this brush for putting on bronzer, because I feel like it's a much more natural look, and it like kind of diffuses it. So I'm going to use my Bare Minerals Fair to Light bronzer. I love this bronzer. It's so natural. It looks beautiful on fair skin. I know some people complain that it doesn't give much of a bronze, but that's part of why I love it. So I'm just going to sweep it on over my brush. I don't know if you can see that, but it just looks, it does give enough color if you are fair skinned. So I guess some people who have darker skin tone, they do have a darker one, but they complain that it doesn't give as much. And I personally don't want it to be where it looks unnatural. I like that natural, just kind of sun-kissed glow. I'm just gonna put it everywhere like the sun would normally hit your face. And it really does a good job of warming up your face, which is why I kind of used that lighter color and then used this on top. It just looks really pretty. Okay, and then I was having a problem, sorry, I'm trying to find my products, with my eyeliner smearing. I have the Maybelline Unstoppable. So one of the things that I found at the store, and I have never tried before, is a smudge brush. I know, I'm sure a lot of people use these. But this one's just by Sonia Kashuk. I think it was like $5. But supposedly if you use a smudge brush, it might cause this to not smear as much because you're smudging it out. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on the Maybelline Unstoppable on my upper lashes. And then I'm also gonna put on my lower lashes, and I'm gonna try blending it out with that smudge brush. So there it is on the top. I'm gonna blend it before, I should have opened this before I started the video. Let me see, it just peels down the side. I'm gonna smudge out the top so it doesn't smear before I start to do the bottom. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's just a flat kind of brush. Let's see how this works. I like that. It gives a very diffused, it looks more natural. Oh, I really like the way that looks. Okay, it doesn't look as harsh when you smudge it out with this brush. So it looks really nice. And the brush is only like $5. Look at that. Okay, let's try it on the bottom. So I'm only going in like halfway, like stopping midway, because you don't want to drag it all the way in and make your eyes look smaller. Just like that. Let's try smudging it in. And do this side. It's supposed to give more of like that smoky eye look, but hopefully then it will stay put and not smear throughout the day if you're smudging it in. I like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is my eyebrows. So I'm just using my Benefit in shade 3. I'm going to press it down. And then I find it much more natural and quick if I just go on in to add just a little bit of color wherever there's like some hair that's missing or a little sparse, and then do the other side. And then I just take the other end that has a spoolie on it and I press it back up. And it blends it in really nicely. Just like that. This side looks a little bit lighter than the other side. So let's go ahead and add just a little bit more in. And blend that up. Okay, and then I have not done my eye color yet. I'm going to use my MAC X15 palette. Because of going for a peachy look, I love this peach shade that they have. It is so, so pretty. So I'm gonna start by using the lightest color in here and put it all over my lid, and then I'll be using this one to kind of get that peach look. So first I'm gonna start with the lightest color. I'm just gonna put that all over my lid right above where I smeared in that eyeliner. I'm like super excited about that brush. I've never used a smudge brush. I'm curious, how many of you guys actually smudge out your eyeliner like that? I would love to know down in the comments. I saw that one of a really popular blogger that I follow is the one actually I heard that from, but she used the Sephora brush, which was like 18 bucks. So I think that the $5 one from Target works just as well. And I'm just gonna go in with that peachy color and I'm popping it right onto the top of my eyelid. Look how pretty that color is. I think this is like one of the first colors that a MAC artist actually put on my eyes when I went to their station like way back in high school. They did this whole peach nude look on me and it was so, so pretty. Just like that. I like it. Okay, I think I'm gonna bring it up a little bit higher. Just 'cause I'm going with that peach. I'm not really going for a dark look. So pretty. And I'm gonna take a little bit of it and kind of put it down here just to kind of lighten up the look and kind of tie it together so it's not so dark underneath. Because I want this to be like a light, like peachy floral look. Look how pretty that is. Okay. Oops, I almost dropped my palette. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to curl my lashes. This is a step that you can skip if you do not like curling them, but it's something I do every single time. Do both sides. And then my favorite mascara is this combination of the L'Oreal. First I start with the primer. I will tell you that the primer is definitely the key for whether or not you have a more natural look or a more like standout look. The more primer you put on, the more like intense it gets. So I'm just gonna go ahead, I don't want it to be super intense. Put one coat on, and then I do not wait for it to dry. I go right over, starting with the eye. I started with first, and I start at the base of my lashes and I shimmy it on up. I just have to show you, look at that. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna do this side. If you have not tried this combination, you seriously need to try it. It's beautiful. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to end off with my peachy nude using the Bare Minerals Moxie. And this is in the shade, I don't even know what shade it is, Rockstar. But it is this beautiful peach tone. This has like a mint to it because it's a plumping, I believe. Just like the Buxom. Lip glosses. It's so refreshing. Okay, so this is the end look using, I use mostly drugstore, Bare Minerals, and MAC to create this look, but it is a look that complements fair skin using peachy tones. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to do more videos on different colors that you can do that will complement our fair skin. And I hope you have a fantastic day. See you guys. Bye.